wanted to put together some self-isolating tips for those who are single and who are home alone, self-isolating or quarantining or whatever you want to call it. So not to discount the fact that obviously this is a stressful time for everybody, but these tips are geared towards those who are home alone. So obviously in times of crisis, we want to have, human connection, most of us, have a hug at the end of the day, or have someone make you a cup of tea, or even have someone there to just annoy you, or just kind of bring you back down to reality, or whatever. And obviously if you're at home and self-isolating alone, especially if you don't have a partner, you don't have a family, it can be super tough, and it can bring out feelings obviously of loneliness or any other underlying issues that you have. For example, like you might feel abandoned, or you might be feeling triggered for a variety of reasons. So so these tips are geared towards those who are at home alone. They can be pretty much used anyway for anyone, but they're just specifically geared towards the singletons at home on their own. So I've written them down a list because I'm not going to remember the order probably, but number one is routine. So number one is routine. So I'm sure you've heard this a million times. It's really important to get into a routine, because in times of crisis, when we feel like everything is really out of our control and unpredictable, a routine gives us a sense of familiarity. It makes us feel safe. It gives us a sense of normality. So it is really important. So it can just be a really simple routine, like literally just like frame it, and fill it if you want to. But, getting up, like starting the day, like making the bed, having a shower, getting dressed, so that you've started the day officially, You don't have to get dressed into like work clothes, it can just be from your night pajamas to your day pajamas if that's what you want. But do that, because it's so easy to get lost in a weird timeless bubble and just end up sitting in your bed on your laptop watching Netflix, or procrastinating, or being frozen in like fear and panic and everything. So don't do that, okay? So just get up, move around your flat or your house, or even if it's a studio flat, but don't just sit on the bed, go eat your lunch at the table at a certain time and things like that. So routine is really important. So number two is fresh air. So we don't all have a garden or balcony or a terrace. I know, I don't either. I'm in like a flat kind of high up in a block. But even if you just stick your head out the window, like literally just stick your head out the window, I don't know, when you have a cup of tea in the morning or every now and then, it's very grounding. It just brings us back down to earth and, grounds us. Look up at the sky, being mindful of the birds, of any traffic going past, of neighbours, of any sounds that you hear. That's a really grounding exercise, and it just reminds us that there's a whole world out there actually. You're not just trapped in a little flat, but it's just sometimes how we feel, right? So number three is comedy. So laughing boosts our immune system. It releases endorphins, it lowers cortisol, it even burns calories, okay? So yeah, comedy. So even if it's watching reruns of Friends or whatever it is, make sure you fit in some comedy into your routine. It's not going to be productive to be watching just things like serial killer documentaries at this time, because our brain is going to be like, oh my god, all these threats coming at them. I actually enjoy watching those kind of things. That's my favourite kind of thing to watch actually. But I find it fascinating, but I'm just making sure that I've got kind of comedy into my routine as well as, so it kind of mix it up. So yeah, go and follow your favourite comedians. They might be doing Instagram lives and all that kind of stuff, but a little bit of comedy every day is good. Number four is self-care. So however small, do something once a day for your self-care, self-love. It helps to build our self-compassion. It helps to build our self-worth. So just do one small thing every day, whether it's, it can be absolutely anything. It can be, for example, spending an extra 5 minutes in the shower and listening to your favourite playlist. Just something that is kind of pampering and self-care. Number five is spread the love. So yeah, pour your love into an external project, okay? So just to bring ourselves out of our body and helping others is really therapeutic actually, and it's really nice to help others, right? So yeah, pour your love into a project, a plant, you know, a pet, whatever it is, volunteer for an elderly neighbour, whatever it is. But yeah, spread the love, pour your love into something else. We might not have gardens, we might have, like, for example, I've got a basil plant that I've got on my windowsill, which I've been making sure I'm watering every day. So, sorry, sirens here, like I'm on one of the busiest roads in London here. Number 6 is breath work. So just take the time to breathe. I mean, it sounds kind of obvious, but yeah, take the time to breathe. Like, just take a moment when everything, especially when everything feels overwhelming, just take a minute just to be like, breathe. If you just remember 3-3-3, that's a really easy one, just to breathe in for 3 seconds, hold it for 3 seconds, and then breathe out for 3 seconds, and you can do it like 3 times. I don't know, it's a good round number, right? But there are lots of videos obviously on YouTube. There's a good few people on Instagram. I think there's someone called The Breath Guy as well doing Instagram lives. You can do like a guided breath work as well. But do that. The breathing, it boosts your immune system, our immune system. It lowers cortisol. It's a really good thing to be doing. Mindful breathing. The next thing is exercise. So so listen, don't beat yourself up if you're not doing that. Whoever it is a home workout every morning from like 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Like, don't worry about it, and you don't have to be doing all that. It would be nice to be doing that, and it's amazing if you can do that. That's fantastic. But just even if it's just 10 minutes a day, and you can work that into your daily routine. 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, and then you can build up from that. But as long as you're doing something every day to get you moving, to get the body moving, to get your endorphins being released and all the rest of it. And it can be, beginners exercises, it can be chair exercises if you're not mobile, but something. Number 8, practice gratitude. Yes, so let's, practice gratitude basically. Try to think of 3 things every day that you're grateful for. These can be really small. Like yesterday, I was grateful that I had milk in my fridge for tea. That meant I didn't have to go out to the supermarket and I could just have a cup of tea. I love a cup of tea in the morning. And then I was also grateful for a couple of other things. And I've been trying to do that every day because, it's very easy to get into this cycle of negative thinking, and we need to remember that we do have things to be grateful for as well. And we need to kind of, one big one is the fact of staying at home. It's not going to be easy for everyone, but we need to kind of reframe our thinking and just be grateful for things as well, and use this time to be grateful as well for things, rather than thinking, oh my gosh, I'm stuck at home and all the rest of it. Let's just think we're safe, we're at home, and what other things can we be grateful for? Number 9 is little goals. Yes, little goals. Let's find purpose and meaning in every single day by reaching small goals. So if you're at home and you've just got up and had a shower and just like watched your favourite thing on Netflix, that's fine too. Like, we're in the middle of a pandemic, the stress levels and the stress going around, and these circumstances are like once in a lifetime. The fact that you even just got up out of bed and you're like trying to get on with your day is enough. Don't feel pressured to do a million things, to learn a new language, to do this, to do that. That's amazing too, and that's really nice. I think it's really good to have a list of ongoing projects, but have a list of little goals, even if it's just doing your laundry, sorting the laundry, doing, like, even if it's little things like that, but to have a list every day would be really, really good. The other thing is, number 10, get social. Have your social meeting with your friends on Zoom, on Skype, whatever it is. Don't always do drinks because you'll end up drinking on your own. And follow and unfollow useful people on social media. You don't want to be flooded with negativity, okay? So those are my 10 things that I recommend. And also socialising, you need to express yourself as well to your friends. It's really important to get your emotions expressed, okay? So stay happy, stay safe, and I will speak to you soon.